Kadosh Boker or Masechet Sanhedrin Daf Ayin Bet Amud Aleph 72a1. We are in Daf Yomi. We are starting from the Mishnah on Ayin Aleph Amud Bet. Says the Mishnah. If you remember, we were speaking about Ben Sorer Umureh. The Ben Sorer Umureh was going to be judged according to Sofo, which means the end result that it's better that he should die Zakai ve'al yamut chayav. Right? Number one. Number two, mitatan shel reshaim is hana lahem ve'hana olam. Remember, when the reshaim they die, it's good for them and good for the entire world. They're not going to do any more sins, and it's good for the world that after they pass on, it's already we have sheket, as they say. Tzaddikim, when we're talking about for the tzaddikim, it's going to be bad for them and bad for the world if they die. Yain v'shenam, when we're talking about wine and sleep. For the reshaim, it's going to be good for them because as long as they drink and they get drunk and then they're sleeping, so therefore that's it. It's good for them that they don't sin, and it's good for the entire world. Right? That the entire world has sheket. Maybe tzadsheni, the tzaddikim, it's going to be bad for them and bad for the world. Pizul reshaim, if it's going to be the dispersing for the reshaim, it's going to be good for them and for the world. That way they can come together to do these terrible averot. But for the tzaddikim, it's bad for them. But then they cannot come and to do all the things which are going to help for avodat Hashem. Kinus l'reshaim. When they come together, the reshaim, it's going to be bad for them, bad for the entire world. For the tzaddikim, it's going to be good for them and good for the entire world. Shekel l'reshaim is going to be bad for them, bad for the entire world. But then if they have sheket, they have time to do nonsense. And for tzaddikim, it's going to be good for them and good for the world. Until here, we're clear? That was a Mishnah on Ayin Bet Amud, Ayin Aleph Amud Bet. Okay, now Ayin Bet Amud Aleph. Says the Gemara. Tanya, we learned in a Braita. Rabbi Oziel comes and he says, "V'chi mipnei she'achal zetar mitar basar v'sheta chatzi lagilog yain ha'itaki amar Torah yetzel lebedim v'yisakel." So I don't understand. Stam, he started eating meat and drinking wine. You're going to kill him? You're going to take him out to Sekilah? Ela barather higia Torah lesof dato sheben sorer umoreh. The Torah comes and already knows the end result of the ben sorer umoreh. Right? That what? Shesof megamer niksaviv. He's going to destroy his father's property because he's just going to be continuing stealing and everything. Umvakesh limudo, and then he wants the normal, which is a basar v'yayin, ve'enu motzeh, and he doesn't find it. So then he comes and he starts stealing. Now, when he's going to start stealing from the people on the path, many times it gets to a point where he might have to kill. Or they might have, it starts going back and forth. So the Torah says, Yamut zakai v'yamut chayav. It's better that he dies an innocent death than dying a death when he's already going to be chayav. Shemitdal shel sheiman alayim le'olam, tzadikim ra lahem v'le'olam, shenat yamim l'sheiman alayim le'olam, tzadikim ra lahem v'le'olam, shekel l'sheiman alayim le'olam, tzadikim ra lahem v'le'olam, pizul sheiman alayim le'olam, ul tzadikim ra lahem v'ra la'olam. So basically we come and we bring down the exact same thing that was written in the Mishnah. Okay, that was word for word. That's why I just didn't translate. Okay, next. Mishnah. Mishnah on Ayin Bet Amud Aleph. Says the Mishnah. Habama Machteret. Somebody that comes in the Machteret. Machteret was like an underground tunnel, if you want to call it, right? So if people come through the tunnel, right, he's going to be Nidon al Shem Sofo. Also, you kill him. Why do you kill him? Because he's being judged also on the end result. Okay, so that's why obviously there was a connection between this Mishnah and the previous Mishnah of Ben Sorer Umoreh. What does that mean? Right? We have to understand what is the end result. So if the Yes. Underground. Yes, that's the concept. Yeah, but the Machteret is like in the underground. You understand? So he says like this. He says, now why? Because basically you're allowed to kill him because usually he's coming into your house in order to steal. And obviously if he's coming to steal, many times if you come to protect yourself, he might have to kill you. So therefore he's going to be Nidon. So therefore you're allowed to kill him. That's why it's Nidon on Shem Sofo. You're allowed to kill him because of Sofo. Right? So he says like this. He says, imagine a person is coming down in the Machteret and he breaks the chavit. Im yeshlo, if he does have the ganav damim, yeah, chayav. So therefore, he's going to be chayav. Im en lo damim patur, meaning it all depends what's halacha. If right now you're allowed to kill him, so if you're allowed to kill him, so then he's going to be patur, right, from breaking the chavit, because the chiyuv mita is what makes it that he's going to be patur from tashlumin. Remember, whenever a person is chayav mita and tashlumin, which means death, exactly, death and money, you give him the more stricter punishment. So if he's got blood, meaning if you're not allowed to kill him, so therefore he's going to be chayav for destroying the chavit. But if you're allowed to kill him, he's patur on breaking the chavit. Because anyway, you're allowed to kill him. So therefore, he's going to be patur from destroying the chavit. Okay? Amar Rava, says the Gemara. Amar Rava, Maitama. What is the reasoning why b'machteret that it's going to be mutar to kill the guy? Chazaka and Adam ma'amid small mamuno. There's a chazaka that people will come and they won't be able to give over their money without a problem. This, by the way, Babunoten or Rabim happens a lot. You know, it happens in places like Venezuela or other places that all of a sudden the guy will come, he'll start asking him for the money, and the guy won't give the money over so easily. In the second half, boom, they go and they just. So that's what he says. V'ham Mimar Amar says Miman, Yazlilna kale'apai v'lo shavakli. If I'm going to come and I'm going to steal from the balabait, right, and for sure he's going to come and go against me, right, that I mean, he's going to stop me. V'kaila apai. So therefore, if he's going to stop me, I'm going to have to kill him. Meaning, I'm always going to become the victim then because I'm going to steal it. And now he's stopping me from stealing it. Now it's a problem. So therefore, the Torah says, so therefore, the Torah already tells you from the beginning that if somebody's going to come to kill you, you're allowed to kill him first. And that's exactly what you're doing. Okay? So Amar Rav comes and he says, Habama machterev v'natal kelim v'yatza. What happens if he comes in the machteret, he takes utensils, and then he just goes out. He's patur now. Why? Maitama. Bedamim kana now. Because he acquired it with a chiyuv mita. Meaning the fact that when he was in the machteret, it was mutarim for me to kill him. The fact that he now took these kelim and now left, so now he's patur from paying it because he acquired it with his blood. The fact that I could have killed him. So he acquired it. It's his now. So Amar Rava says, what? What are you talking about? Mistabra milte derav b'shiber telitnihu. This what the Rav said that you're going to be patur is only if he broke them. Because basically, if he went underground and then he broke something, so technically I could have killed him, so therefore he's going to be patur from paying me back. Aval natal? No. But now he just took it. Imagine, he comes into the machteret, he takes what now mutar. Well, mutar. It's obviously some mutar. Right? It's only if Mamashi broke it on the way in, so therefore he's going to be patur, because I can't obligate him, because anyway you could have killed him. So it says, Va'elokim, and this is again a shavua, Amarav, Afinu Natal. Meaning Shitat Rav is that even if he's going to come and he's going to take it, he's going to be patur. Why? He acquired it with damim. He acquired it with his blood. Okay? Teha yesh lo damim, right? Venensu. Because in a case where you're not allowed to come and kill him, and now, right, let's say for example, he took, right, these kelim, and they were lost or stolen. He's going to be chayav to pay it back. Alman birshute kaime. So it's mashma that it's going to be in the reshut of the ganav, right? It's not just like a pikadon. Hachanami, so to here b'shute kaime, which means the kelim are found in his reshut, and therefore if it's going to be stolen from him, right, you don't have to pay for it. He's patur from actually coming and giving it back, because again the chiyuv mita already the obligation, meaning the not obligation, meaning that the heter to kill him has already exempted him of this obligation. Okay? And so therefore he's basically going to be patur from giving it back. So says the Gemara, Velohi, but really be'emet it's not like that. When does the Torah come and say that it's going to be in the reshut of the ganav? He says liyan onsin, only to do with things which are not going to be chayav mita. Right? That's to do with honest. But to acquire the kelim, for sure it's going to be in the reshut of the original master, and therefore it's like a pikadon by the ganav. It's like a shoel. Just like somebody borrows something from you, they're obligated for everything, correct? If somebody borrows from you something, they're obligated. They can't just exempt themselves. So same thing here. This ganav, it's like he's borrowing something from you. Okay? Now we're going to bring a proof to the Shitav Rava. Well, he has to return it. So he says, now we learned in the Mishnah. Baba Machteret. Imagine right now somebody comes in the Machteret. The Shiberet HaChavit. He comes, he breaks the barrel. Yesh lo damim. If you're not allowed to kill him, that's the pshat yesh lo damim. He's got blood. He's got blood means that if you spill his blood, it's a sur. So therefore, yesh lo damim, chayav. He's going to be chayav on the chavit. Imen lo damim, it's going to be patur. Ta'ama, the reasoning is because shiber, right? Dechi en lo damim is going to be patur. Hanatal, lo. So we're trying to bring a proof that it's only if he broke it. And that was what we learned in our Mishnah. So mashma that if he took it, he's going to be chayav. So this is not going to be like Rav said. It's like Rava. So answers the Gemara. No, hu adin afilu natal, even if he would have taken it, right? Nami, it's going to be the same halacha. V'had katani, and this is what we learned. Shiberet achavit, kamashmalan comes teach you yesh lo damim af al gav de shiber nami. That if he has, right, the money basically, if he has the not the money. Usually damim is also money, by the way, because you spill your blood for money, right? But he says, no, here it's not money. Here, the mechavit, but no, here when it says when we always keep on saying damim, it's when he has blood. Right? The yesh lo damim, when he has blood, meaning that you're not allowed to kill him. Afal gav de nami chayav. Even if he broke it, he's still going to be chayav. So says the Gemara, pshita, obviously, he's a mazik. Why in the world are you going to tell me now that he should be patur? בן אדם נכנס לבית, כן? תחשוב על זה. היה איזה גנב נכנס לבית של מישהו. הוא שבר משהו, הוא יהיה פטור? למה הוא יהיה פטור? Why is he going to be פטור? Because he broke something. So he says, like Mashmalan comes teach you, דאפילו שלא בכוונה, even if it wasn't בכוונה. Meaning, we're not talking about בכוונה, he came and he broke it. שלא בכוונה, he came and broke something. Yes, but the balabait is also allowed to kill him. But the balabait's allowed to kill him. That's what the Gemara says.
Certain cases here today.
What does that mean?
In certain cases, so basically.
So Micah Mashmalan, what is it coming to teach you? So it says Adam muad leolam. We already learned this. You remember? We said Adam is always a muad. So says Tanina, we already learned this in Mishnah Bava Kama. Adam muad leolam. He's always a muad. So Kasha, you're right. According to this Bemet, our Mishnah is a question according to Rav. Because what does that mean now? Shavar, obviously he's going to be chayav. Yeah, it's pshita. He's a mazik. So obviously, right? So therefore, we could have learned also natal, and we didn't learn shavar, right? So why did we learn shavir? So obviously, this is a proof against Rav. Fine. Now we're going to ask a question against Rava. Mativ Rav Bevai Barabaye. Ask Rav Bevai Barabaye. Hagonev kis b'Shabbat. If somebody's going to steal money on Shabbat, yeah, Hagonev kis b'Shabbat, he's going to be hayav. Share nitchayev b'gneva kodem, right? Yavo lidei isur Shabbat. Because he's going to be chayav in the gneva before he's going to come to the isur of Shabbat. Haya megarer v'yotze. If right now, right, he was megarer v'yotze, right, shegirer et oto lidei karka, right, to take him out, he's going to be patur. Share isur gneva v'isur sekila ba'im kechad, because the isur of gneva and sekila come at the same time. Remember that it's kim lev Rabbi mina, which means we're always going to give him the stricter punishment. So since he was mechalel Shabbat plus stealing, so therefore obviously he's going to get the death penalty for the Shabbat, which is sekila, and he's not going to be chayav the money. What is that? The halacha? The shadanu b'nahara. The ganav came and he threw the keys of the mouth in the nahar, and therefore it's not kayam. So therefore, since he's not going to be kayam, he's going to be patur, right? From tashlum the gneva through the mitah. However, though, what happens to the gneva is here. So he's going to be chayav to give it back, even if he's going to be chayav mita, just like Rava. Okay, so he says over here, because again, since it says hilchata, it's mashma that that's the halacha, like Rava. So he comes and he says Rava, right? Ignuvu lei dichre b'machtarta. To Rava was stolen elim kvasim, right, through the machteret. Adrina nihalev lo kabli. They wanted to come and give it back to him. He didn't want to accept it. Amar hoil v'nafek mipur de Rav. Since it came out of the mouth of Rav, that basically the person is patur from paying it back, he didn't want to accept it anymore. Meaning, according to his own shita, right? Basically, the person came and he accepted it, right, with his own blood, basically, right, and therefore belongs to him. So I'm not going to come and I'm not going to go against Rav, because even though Rava argued on Rav, he still said, listen, if according to Shitat Rav, the guy comes and he acquired it, why did he acquire it with his own blood? Because basically I could have killed him. So therefore, that's it. It's his now. I can't accept it back. He wants to give it back to me. I'm not going to accept it back. Okay? So that means this is a very interesting, concept, because it's mashma that, that even though we paskin like Rava, he himself went like Rav also lechumra. So it could be that it was just, he himself wanted to be machmir, but fine. Tana Rabbanam, we learned in a Braita. En lo damim. You remember we said that if the guy comes to the machteret, there's no blood, meaning you could kill him. Zarecha shemesh alav. But what happens if now there's the sun? So he says, "V'chi shemesh alav bilvad zarcha." He says, I don't understand. What does that mean now that there's going to be a love, right? I don't understand. He's in the he's in the pit. You know, like, well, what does that mean now? אם זרחה השמש עליו. אלא אם ברור לך דבר כשמש שאין לו, right? Shalom ממך, right? So he says, then horgeu. Vim lav al targeu. So maybe this is what you're saying over here, right? What Eran, what you just mentioned before, that here only it has to be barur kashemesh. What does that mean? If it's going to be barur kashemesh that he would want to come and he would want to kill you, so then horgeu, you have to kill him. But if it's not barur kashemesh, don't kill him, right? Don't go for the kill. Tanya idach, we learned in another braita. In zarecha shemesh alav damim lo. He says what? The shemesh only goes on him? Because what does that mean? Kilu that shemesh alav. Well, imagine the sun is going to be out, but it's not on anywhere in the world, just on this guy. Well, how does that work? So he says, right? So then al targeu vim lav, and if not, horgeu. So he says kasha stama stama. So he says 1 second. Here it's a question the stam on the stam. What does that mean? One more time. What did we say at the beginning? We said im zarecha im barur lecha davar kashemesh she'en lo shalom imcha, which means that he does not have peace with you. מה זאת אומרת? הוא רוצה להרוג אותך. אז תהרוג אותו. אבל אם זה לא ברור שהוא רוצה להרוג אותך, right? What? If it's not for sure that he's going to kill you, don't kill him. Now the Tanya Idach, זה בדיוק הפוך. אם זרחה השמש, he says, אם ברור לך כשמש יהיה שלום עמך, אל תהרגהו. Don't kill him. ואם לאו תהרגהו, but if not, you kill him. So how does that work? It's a contradiction. You kill him or you don't kill him. You know, you don't know. So he says, kasha stama stama. So he says, la kasha, it's not a question. I'm bet mubet. Look at I'm bet mubet. Kan be'av ala ben, kan be'ben ala av. This is a very famous Dvar Torah that we brought on from Videssa a few times. Right here, we're talking about the father to the son, and here we're talking about the son to the father. What does that mean? When the father is in the machteret, will the father kill the son? No. And since the father will not kill the son cannot kill the father. So that's the pshat when it says until ad sheyadua lecha kashemesh she'en lo shalom imo, which means that's to be barur that the father hates you ad kedekach that he wants to kill you. But if it's a stama, you're not allowed to touch the father. He's coming mamachteret lo meshaneh. Doesn't matter. But here we're talking about the exact opposite. We're talking about the son to the father. What does that mean? The son to the father, he says the ganav does not have as much mercy, right? Meaning the son does not have the same mercy to the father as the father has to the son. So because of that, it's the other way around. That if you come and you have to kill him. Why? Because maybe Bemet he's going to do it. It has to be Baruch Hashem, he's not going to kill you. Then don't do anything. Okay? So Amar Rav says, Kol deati ilai b'machtarta kaltilnale lebar men ochanina bashira. Says anybody that's going to come into the machteret, I'm going to kill them. Right? He says, why? Because that's the chazakah that they're coming to kill you. So therefore, you're going to kill them. Except for Rav Chanina bar Shila. Except for Rav Chanina bar Shila. He was basically, he says, obviously everyone besides his father, obviously. But he says that Rav Chanina bar Shila will die because he was a Tamim Uvak of Rav, and he was a very big tzaddik. So, basically he's saying anybody that I would have found, I would have killed, except for this guy. He's the only guy that I wouldn't kill him if I found him in a machter.
Kill the son or the son kill the father?
No, that we already finished. That a father will not kill the son. The son could kill the father, but the father will not kill the son. No, the example was just that he was a tzaddik. That he says that I wouldn't kill this guy because this guy I would kill anybody except for him. He's a big tzaddik. I wouldn't. That's kilu. You're gonna say, listen, you find anybody. Imagine you find Rav Adi Yosef in the machteret. You're gonna kill him. He's not gonna kill you. So I would kill everybody except for him. Obviously, besides the father. Because we said that by nature, a father does not kill the son. By nature. Again, in Baruch Lecha Kashemesh.
If he's not going to kill because it's tzaddik, that means the other kid or son or whatever is going to kill him, no?
No, for sure if it's a son. For sure if it's a son, yes. Look in the footnote. The footnote says, Rav yityaches l'shar bnei adam chutz me'aviv. Chutz me'aviv. Bilal od pam. The aviv you cannot kill. You cannot kill the father. Right? You cannot kill the father because by nature a father will not kill the son. The father has too much mercy on the son. Unless it's Barur Kashemesh that the father hates the son and he would kill him, then yes. But it has to be Barur Kashemesh that he wants to kill him. The other way around is the exact opposite. Even Mistama, the son will kill the father. Maitama, what's the reasoning? Ilema mishum de tzaddiku, ask the Gemara, 1 second, why isn't he going to kill Rav Chanina bar Shila? If it's going to be a tzaddik, hakata machteret. So why is the tzaddik coming to machteret? Aywa, what's he going? What's he coming for the machteret? Ela mishum de kim, because he knows that he has mercy on him. So kirachem aval ben, just like the father and the son. Meaning there's a certain mercy on a father and a son that he's not going to come and he's not going to kill. So because of that, right, it's going to be okay. Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in the Braita. Okay, damim lo. מה זאת אומרת? Ben bechol ben Shabbat. En lo damim, meaning like this. When it says that you're not allowed to kill or you are allowed to kill, it doesn't matter whether it's going to be on Shabbat or during the weekday. Why? Because basically, since the guy might kill you, even on Shabbat, you're allowed to kill the guy. You understand? You have to do everything that you need to do in order to make sure that you're not going to be killed. So, hey, exactly. Well, you're going to say, no, it's Shabbat, I can't do anything. What? It's, So, Bishma en lo damim, I understand en lo damim, which means you're allowed to kill him. Ben bechol ben Shabbat, whether it's going to be on Chol and Shabbat, itzich, you needed chidush. Salka, I would have thought to say, midav aruge bedin. It's like you don't kill on aruge bedin. On Shabbat, you don't kill aruge. Kamashmanan comes teach you the here you are allowed to kill him. Why? Because if not, he's going to kill you. But damimno. But if you're going to tell me now that you're not allowed to kill him, ben bechol Shabbat, hasha bechol. If you're not allowed to kill him during a weekday, so then b'Shabbat mibai, is there a safek on Shabbat? What's going on? So he says, right? Amar Rav Sheshat, says Rav Sheshat, lo nitzecha. What are we dealing with? Ela lefakeach alav et hagal. Right? What happens right now if it collapses? Right? The Champlain Towers, yeah, it collapsed. And what happens now on Shabbat? Right? You want to come and you want to, how do you call it? You want to take out the stones in order to find somebody that's alive. So therefore, are you allowed to do that or not? So that's what we're saying. So usually for a Jew, you're allowed to do that because it's pikoch nefesh. So he says here we're talking about though, are you allowed to come and to be mefakeach et hagal, right? Because it's an isur Torah. So he says not only you're not allowed to kill him, right? But he's got tamim, which means you're obligated to be mechalel Shabbat latziloto. So you're obligated to mamash. So imagine he went into the machteret, all of a sudden something happened, everything collapsed in the machteret. You have to come on Shabbat and you have to start clearing it up in order to save him on Shabbat. Okay. Next, Tanu Rabbanan, we learned in the Braita. V'ukav met. What happens if you come and you kill them? There's no en lo damin, there's no blood. Bekol adam v'met bechol mita shata yochol lamito. When it says over here, right, that it says v'uka, it means that tarigata ganav is anybody, meaning it's not only just the bala mamon. Anybody that sees him is allowed to kill him. So imagine the guy's coming in. Anybody that sees him is allowed to go for the kill. It doesn't have to be the balabait. That's anybody. That's yeah, mamash like that. Number two, bechol mita shata yochol mito. Anyway, any type of akka, doesn't matter how it is. It could be with a shotgun. It could be with it could be however you want. Huh? Anything that you want. Anything that you want. So says the Gemara, Bishlema, I understand v'uka bechol adam itzich that you need it. Salka, I would have thought to say, balabaitu the kimle the en adam amidas no. I would have thought to say it's only the balabait because we know that he's not going to stop himself because of giving over his property for free, and then he could come and he could kill him. But acher, who told you that? Kamashmalan rodefu, he's considered rodef. Fafilu acher nami, and therefore even somebody else is allowed to kill him because he's a rodef. Meaning the guy that's coming into your house, he's considered rodef. Once he's considered a rodef, it's permitted for anybody to come and to kill him because he is a rodef. Ela. So then, what does it mean now? Vamet. Why do we need that then? You can learn from Rotzeach. Titania, motu matamake Rotzeachu. You have to kill the guy because he's a Rotzeach. That's only the mitah which is written in the Torah. And how do we know that if you cannot kill him in the mitah of the Torah, you could kill him in any death penalty that you can. In any place. Meaning, imagine right now this guy's chayav mitah and he ran away from the bedin. And now, as I already told you, you're on a helicopter and you could only shoot him down with a sniper that he's on a boat. You're allowed to do that. In any mitad, you needed saif, you needed hereg, or whatever. No, anything. He's a rotzeach. You could kill him however you want. Yeah? Bechol mitah sheta yachol. So he says the same thing here. So he says, Shane Hatam, it's different over there, because the Pasuk says motumat. It doesn't say motumat, it just says vamet. So therefore, says the so learn it from there. That you could kill him however you want. He says, Mishum davar rotzeach v'gol adam, shne kluvim echad. Rotzeach and gol adam are two psukim coming to teach you the exact same thing, which means, right, that there's an onesh mitah in any way. You don't learn it from there, right? And therefore, that's why he says from the vamet, that's what's teaching you. We wouldn't have learned it if it wasn't for this word of vamet. Because if not, bemet, you didn't know that you could kill him in mita, that you could. Okay, Tana Rabbanan, we also learned in the Braita, machteret. What does it mean now b'machteret? En li ela b'machteret. That's only machteret. Gago, chatzero, karpifo, minay. How do you know if he's going to come through your chatzer, through your kapif, right? How do you know through your gag? How do you know? Tamulomar yimatzeh agana mikol makom. Anywhere where you're going to find him. So if so, tamulomar machteret. So what does the Torah teach us machteret? Rov ganavim, the majority come through machteret. Meaning the majority of them are going to come through the, like through the back alley door, through the, that's the majority of them. Tanya Yidach, we also learned in a Braita, Machteret, and in Machteret, Kagoch Zav Gavi Minayin, Tamar Yimaseh Aganav, what is the Yimaseh Aganav? Where he's going to be fine. Mikom Mekom, any place you find him. In Kemat Machteret, right, Machtarto, Zoya Trato, which means you don't even have to give him Hatra. The fact that he's there, that's already Chayav Mita. Meaning you don't have to give the guy a warning. Sometimes you give the guy a warning. By the way, I've got a gun and I'm loaded, and if you come in, I'm going to kill you. Right? No, you don't even have to give the warning. Here, the fact that he's there, that is the warning. You understood? That is the warning. Okay? Sama Ravuna says, Katana rodef nitan latzil minosho. If you have a katan that he's less than 13 years old, and he's a rodef, nitan latzil, you could kill the guy. He's a katan, you could still kill him. Kasava rodef eno tzarich hatra. So that means it comes out that a rodef does not need hatra. Lo shna katan, lo shna gadol. Doesn't matter whether it's a gadol or katan. He does not need any hatra whatsoever. Okay? Eight Rav Chasta Rav Huna. Ask Rav Chasta to Rav Huna. Yatsa rosho en no gimbo. If right now he put out his head, right? What does that mean? We're talking about now if a woman already started giving birth to a child. The second that the child comes and takes out its head, en no gimbo, we can't do anything. We don't push away one neshama for another neshama. Says the Gemara, my why? Rodefu. What does that mean? If a woman's pregnant and all of a sudden the pregnancy could cause her to die, what do? You kill the baby. Correct? That's what you do. You have to. What are you going to do? You're going to kill the woman. Right? So you kill the baby. However, though, what happens right now if the baby sticks out its head? The second sticks out its head, it starts birth. The second that the baby starts sticking out its head, that's it. Why? They're both alive. Once they're both alive, that's it. If you remember, we once had a shiur of Rav Asher Weiss that he said that we cannot kill the baby then, but if the woman would come and kill the baby, she would be able to. Meaning, yes, because she's still, the baby is still the rodef for the.
It doesn't consider nefesh for 30 days, like
no, it's already a nefesh. Huh? It's already a nefesh. The second that it sticks out its head, it's already a nefesh. Yeah. What's before? So now it says the Gemara like this: Eitvi Rav Chasta Rav Huna. Ask Rav Chasta to Rav Huna. Yatzaro show. We already just said that if the head comes out, you're not allowed to touch the baby. Why? Am I why? Rodef, is considered rodef. So answers the Gemara. Shane Atam is different over there. The Mishamaya karat fila. Mina Shamayim, they're running after her. Meaning the sakana is coming to the woman because of tivol shel olam. Because obviously you have a right of milberet and yoledet, and therefore that's why the tinok is not a din of rodef, right? But in a case where regular katan is bemet rodef, bemet is a rodef. Because we wanted to say, 1 second, how do you come and you kill a katan? Here it's written the second that the katan takes out its head, you can't kill the katan, right? It's a baby. So the Gemara answers there it's tivol shel olam. There it's natural. Right? But that's what I already told you. The halacha is that be'emet, right? If right now, right, ha'ima be'atzma yichola laharog et tinok, right? But I cannot kill the tinok the second that the baby takes out its head. The second the baby takes out its head, that's it. Right now it's nefesh v'nefesh. En dochim nefesh mipnei nefesh. Lifnei shu motzi et harosh, he's adayin lo chai. So since he's still not chai, you could kill the baby to save the mother, and that's what you're supposed to do, right? But here you don't anymore. So why don't we just say that there's a proof too? Rodef shaya rodef echar chavero lorgo. Imagine you have a rodef that's running after his friend to kill him. Omer lo, you say re'eh she Yisraelu uven britu. You say 1 second, this is a Jew. He's a ben brit, right? V'Torah amra shofek dam dam, right? Why? Amra Torah atzel damo, right? Shel zeh b'damo shel zeh. You have to save him, right? Fine. So hahi. Says the Gemara, that is going to be the Shita of Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yudahi. The Tanya was learned in a Braita Rabbi Yosef Rabbi Yudahi Omer, Chaver en tzarich hatra'ah. A Talmid Chacham does not need hatra'ah to punish him. What is the reason why a person needs hatra'ah? You know why a person needs hatra'ah? Hatra'ah is necessity in order to distinguish between accident and on purpose. He says, a Talmid Chacham does not need to know. He knows what. So you don't need that. You understand? Like you don't have that, basically. Okay? Fine. Next. Tashema. Yeah, so now he comes and he says like this. תשמע, רודף שהיה רודף אחריו להורגו, ואמר לו, ראה, ישראל הוא במריתו, והתורה אמרה שבתו, אם אמר יודע אני שהוא כן, if he says, I know that he's a Jew, and I'm not going to kill him, patur, he's going to be patur from mitah. Why? Because even though he קיבל על עצמו את ההתראה, nevertheless, he didn't come, and he didn't permit himself to death. על מנת כן אני עושה, but if he says, I don't care even if they're going to kill me, then he's going to be chayav. Right? So here it's mashma, because basically he was accepting upon himself the death, that he didn't care anymore. So he says, but this is not mashma like Rav Huna. So it says, he's on two different sides of the river. Right? That basically you cannot save him. So my ika, so what exactly is left to do? To bring him to Bedin. Bedina bayatra. Betin need a hatra. Meaning, for me to come and to kill the guy, he doesn't need hatra. A rodef does not need hatra. But if I cannot kill him because basically he's on the other side of the river, so now I have to give him hatra. That's why I have to give him hatra. Why? Because I'm going to take him to Betin. Betin, you do need hatra in order to save the guy. Okay? If you want, you can answer another answer, right? Reuven is going to tell you, Ana de amni ketana de machteret. I hold like that the Tana that says the machteret itself is the hatra'ah. Okay, which means that's in warning in